You know, we're always taught that telling the truth is like the ultimate good thing to do. But what if a lie could actually be the better, more noble choice? Well, today we're going to dive into a really powerful short story by the legendary writer Premchand that completely messes with that idea. It forces you to ask, where does my moral compass really point?
The story kicks off with this absolute killer of a line. It just perfectly sets the stage, right? The home, this private, safe space, is also where reputations get absolutely shredded. Premchand is basically saying, hey, gossip is what we do. It's human, and that's the world we're about to step into.
All right, so picture this. We're in a room with our narrator and his friends, and they're doing exactly what that opening line talked about. They're picking apart the supposed flaws of national workers. You know, these public figures who are meant to be held to a higher standard. You can just feel the judgmental vibe in the air. So the first shot is fired by a woman named Padma Devi, and her target is this worker, Mr. K. She's accusing him of stealing money, but check out the sneaky way she does it. She starts with a compliment. Oh, he works with great enthusiasm, which makes the accusation that follows sound way more believable, almost like she feels bad saying it.
And this is where it gets really interesting. Another friend, Urmila Devi, kind of gives the first guy, Mr. Ka, a pass because, hey, he has a family to feed. But then she goes after the second guy, Mr. Ka, for the exact same alleged crime. Why? Because he's single and supposedly spending the money on himself. So you can see their logic is, well, it's all over the place.
And then, bam, the final blow. Shama Devi goes after Mr. Ga, and this one is the most scandalous accusation yet. We're not just talking about misusing money anymore. Oh no, this is about using money begged from the poor for booze and parties. The outrage in the room is at a fever pitch.
So let's just hit pause for a second and break this down. You've got three guys, all accused of basically the same thing. Mr. Ka gets a bit of an excuse, Mr. Ka gets condemned because of his lifestyle, and Mr. Ga is painted as this ultimate evil villain. In just a few minutes, they've built this entire story, this whole ranking of who's bad and who's worse. All based on what? Rumors and personal feeling.
But right when you think you know where this is going, that the story is all about judging these people, it flips the script. The spotlight moves away from the people being talked about and shines right on the critic himself, our narrator. And we're about to find out he's not just some innocent bystander.
And here it is, the big twist. The narrator drops a bomb. He used to have Mr. G's job, but he quit because he was angry and felt like nobody appreciated him. He straight up admits he's been holding a grudge against this very same guy. So he wasn't just listening to the gossip, he was kind of feeding the fire the whole time.
This is the question that's eating away at the narrator. And really, it's a question for all of us, isn't it? How often is our criticism of someone really about them? And how often is it just a way to feel better about our own stuff, our own failures? The story just got a whole lot deeper than idle chatter.
Because all of this bitter, abstract talk, it's about to crash head-on into something very, very real. A child's innocence. Yeah, the narrator's little gossip session is about to face the ultimate test.
So the scene shifts. The narrator is walking a 10-year-old girl home. She's the daughter of one of the women from that room. And it's so clear that she's been listening. She absorbed all that poison from the adult conversation, and now she turns to him with a question that is just devastatingly simple.
Wow. She goes straight for the juiciest rumor, the one about Mr. Gott drinking, and asks the narrator point blank if it's true. And just like that, this is not a game anymore. This isn't just words. A child's entire view of the world is hanging in the balance, and he has to answer.
So here's the choice, laid bare. It's brutal. On one hand, he can tell the so-called truth. He can confirm the rumor he helped spread and just shatter this kid's view of the world, fill it with cynicism. Or he can lie. He can protect her innocent heart. What's the right thing to do here? Okay, so here it is. The moment of truth. Or, well, maybe not truth. The narrator makes his choice. And it's a choice that completely redefines what virtue means to him. And maybe to us, too.
His response is just one word. He looks right at this little girl and says, no. He who says that is lying. Simple, direct. He tells a complete and total lie without a moment's hesitation.
And this, right here, this is the heart of the whole story. The narrator feels this profound sense of joy, of doing the right thing. And it didn't come from telling the truth. It came from telling a lie. He realizes he didn't just tell a falsehood. He performed an act of rescue. He shielded a child from all the ugliness of the adult world.
So that leaves us with this huge question, doesn't it? Premchand doesn't give us an easy out. He just forces us to sit with this incredibly complex moral problem. Is truth always the right answer, even if it hurts someone? And can a lie, if it's told to protect something pure and innocent, actually be the most virtuous thing you can do? That's definitely something to chew on.
Hey, if this story got you thinking, do us a favor and hit that like button, share it, and subscribe for more explainers that get into these big ideas. And make sure to ring that bell so you don't miss a thing. Thanks so much for joining.